Hello, today we're looking at Kerpoof storytelling. Kerpoof, the Kerpoof site is a child-friendly website that makes a number of digital creativity tools available to children free of charge. And from the home page here, Kerpoof has numerous buttons for spelling a picture, making a movie, making a card, etc. Today we're going to focus on tell a story. All the works and all the work and storage of your creation is through an online account. There are options for teachers, allowing the teacher to register all the students without the need for students to enter an email address or any other identifying information. If I log out here and log back in, you'll see that there's an option right here for login with student class ID. That is set up by the teacher. I'm just going to log back in. So with the teacher account, students have chat options available as well, so they can see each other's work as well as comment on each other's work. Teachers can create multiple classes as well. Oops. So regarding teachers, there's a couple of connections here that teachers will be interested in. One is probably the best is this lesson plan, which takes you to actually a wide variety of lessons plans that have been written for teachers. It also has some information about teacher accounts, how to make that happen, and an FAQ. So Kerpoof is known to be, well, when it's compared to some of its competitors, the information I've seen is that people have pointed out that Kerpoof is, at least the storytelling I'm referring to now, is fairly easy to do compared to competitors, and so it's particularly suited for the younger kids, grades K through 5. For Kerpoof's storytelling in particular. The other thing to notice, Kerpoof users can create their own avatars if they wish. The more you use Kerpoof storytelling or anything else, you actually gain coins. So here I have 42 coins. You can go to the store and you can dress up your avatar. You can also buy some other scenes for your stories, and we'll get into that in a minute. All of the creations on Kerpoof is copyrighted. However, Disney is owned by Kerpoof is owned by Disney, and the use of anything that you create for personal or school websites or blogs is acceptable. Kerpoof has a location for lesson plans, as I mentioned, as well as classroom ideas. And there's also a newsletter available. One thing I want to mention also before we actually get into the story is that Kerpoof seems to have strong control over their content, so submissions to the site must be approved before they're placed on the website, so Kerpoof reviews them. There's also controls in place that won't accept inappropriate words or contents, and so there's that kind of protection. So let's go into tell a story. So that's step one, is choosing tell a story, make a story, to And the idea is here is the creation of a picture book or a comic. And Kerpoof says that Make a Story is most appropriate for the 3rd to 8th grade level. Um, so as we see, first you start out with the storyline. So you can pick any of these storylines. There aren't that many available. The more you use it, you might be able to buy other storylines. So the storylines control pretty much what you get from here on out. So if I choose Winter Tales, the 3 pieces that you have to make the story, besides typing your text and freehanding, which we'll get into, are basically the characters here on the left. Oh, my page is not going to be able to see that. I have to expand this here. Or move it over. Okay, hopefully people could see it now if they couldn't before. So we have character creation here, and here are the characters available to you. They are limited depending on your storyline. There's scenes, basically backgrounds, and there's objects. There's possibilities for texts, bubbles. Here's the freehand options kind of in the middle. Choose a color. Here's a pencil for freehand, an eraser, a painter, and hand for movement, and you can also transfer color. Just as an example, let's do something real quick. So you choose a character. You can try to choose a scene first, for example. One of the things you're going to want to have students do is recognize that before you do anything, you have to make sure that the correct element is selected that you want. So here I've clicked on the background, here I've clicked on the character. You'll be able to do different things depending on what you clicked on. So clicking on the background, of course, I can move that around, make it fill the whole page. I can move Rock and Frosty. And here we see, like with the characters, you have the option of making them smaller. You can also, oops, once again, you got to make sure you have the right thing selected. You can also rotate them. You're rocking around the clock. And that's primarily what you can do there. Any other objects, same thing. You can make them smaller, rotate them. The other thing to mention is that you can put some things in front of other things and then switch that around. So right now, obviously, that candy is in front of the snowman, but we can change that. At least I think we can. There we go. Cursor disappeared there for a while.